So rounding is super difficult for some kids. It's easiest when they have a good understanding of place value, but when they don't have an understanding of place value, then they get really jumbled up. So it's important to set the foundation skills of place value before you introduce rounding if you haven't already. One way that I love to teach rounding is through the song and through music. And it's so funny because I'll teach kids the song, and then when they're taking a review or a test, you'll actually hear them humming this song as they're doing their rounding work. So I know it works. So I'm going to play the song for you. It's a We Will Round You. It's amazing. I did not write this music. Long intro. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to stop it there, and we're going to have a little rounding lesson of what that song means. So I just pulled up a blank canvas here with a couple of numbers. I'm going to start small with 26, and then we'll kind of round to the bigger number of 395 for this lesson. So 26, when I look at the number 26, I see we have 6 ones and we have 2 tens. So together we have 26. Now the first part of the song is to find your place, right? So what that means is we have to underline what we're rounding to. So for the number 26, we're going to round to the nearest 10. So I'm going to underline the 2. Find your place. The second part of the song is to go next door. Find your place, go next door. So we're looking at the number directly next to the one that we underlined to the right of it. 5 or more, you raise the score. So when I'm looking at this number right here, is it bigger than 5? Yep, 6 comes after 5. So we're going to raise the score. So what that means is the 2 will become a 3. And then the next part of the song says, look to your right, put your zeros in sight. So all the digits after the number we underline, they're going to become zeros. So you look to the right, put your zeros in sight. Okay, so let's try this one. I'm going to say we're going to round to the nearest hundreds. So we have 5 ones, we have 9 tens, and we have 3 hundreds. The 3 is in the hundredth spot, so I'm going to underline it. Find your place, go next door. 5 or more, you raise the score. So 9 is bigger than 5 last time I checked, so I'm going to raise the score. So the number I underline, that's the number that the score is going to be raised. So we go to the next digit, which would be 4, and then look to your right, put your zeros in sight. So we put our zeros in sight. Okay, let's look at one last problem. I'm going to do 426. And for this one, I want to round to the nearest, oh, look at that, it's just going to change colors on me. I want to round to the nearest hundreds. So my first part of the song is to find my place. So I'm going to the hundreds. 6 ones, 2 tens, 4 hundreds. Find your place. I found my place. Go next door. 5 or more, you raise the score. Oh, goodness. 2 is smaller than 5. So we're not going to raise the score. 4 or less, you let it rest. So we're going to let the 4 rest. And what they mean by that is the 4 will stay the same. And then look to your right, put your zeros in sight. So then you put your zeros in sight. Okay, so all the numbers after 4, those all become zeros. Okay, so one more thing I want to kind of show you guys. My eraser is not going to work, so we'll just kind of do it off down here. What if we had a number that was like this, And we want it to round to the nearest tens. So we got to find our place. 8 ones, 4 tens, 3 hundreds. Well, we're rounding to the nearest 10, so we want to underline the 10 spot. Go next door, 5 or more, you raise the score. So 8 is bigger than 5. So we're going to raise the score, but remember, we only change the number we underline. So the 4 will become a 5, and then we're going to look to the right and put our zeros in sight. Now what's kind of tricky is that when we're rounding numbers, any numbers behind the 4 become zeros. Most of the time, any numbers in front of the 4 will stay the same. So the 3 is going to stay the same. So when I round 348 to the nearest tens, I get 350. So have fun with the song, teach your kids a song, and just kind of explore rounding with them.